Ladies and gentlemen, if it is the fall and you happen to see me, Lorne Plant, alongside this guy, Sean Baligian, well, then you know one thing. It's time to update the state champs Mr. Football race. Sean, it is so good to see you. We have been doing this for so long. I can't believe we're here.
It's awesome. And you know what? I love our location. What are the chances of us being out on the field here at this beautiful LTU stadium every single week? We are fired up. Kickoff is coming this weekend. Boy, it seemed like a long off season, but you know what? After many weeks of deliberation, and I'm not joking, many weeks of deliberation, we've got our first top 10.
Absolutely. This is always the time of year that we get the most excited as we introduce our first top 10. Have to say that State Champs Mr. Football Award is presented by Hungry Howie's. 50 years they've been making pies in Michigan. So we love Hungry Howie's. Thank you so much for the support you have given State Champs for all these many years. So the State Champs Mr. Football Award is one of the most special awards in the state. It is something that the fans have an opportunity to weigh in on a weekly basis, and also we're going to give you our breakdowns of players throughout the course of the season. Previous winners of this award include Brother Rice quarterback Alex Malzone, Walled Lake Western's QB and wide receiver Cody White, West Bloomfield running back Donovan Edwards, Detroit Kings quarterback Dante Moore, and of course last year's winner Warren De La Salle quarterback Brady Drogosh. Just those names alone, as the fans are now looking at the current crop of top 10 as we begin this season, they're in good company.
There is so much talent in this state. I mean, there has been an explosion, in my opinion, in the last decade in this state. And Michigan is getting a reputation across the entire nation. And just take a look at this list. Now, we always say this. If you are new to this, we've been doing this for a while. This is our list right now. To say that this list is fluid would be a great understatement. We could see multiple guys pop in and conversely see multiple guys pop out. Let's make no mistake about it. I think people not only in Michigan but all around the nation are talking about Bryce Underwood. So going into the season, he is the favorite. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that.
Absolutely.
There's no guarantees. Somebody else could supplant him on this list. That's how crazy it is. And again, it goes back to the caliber of players in the state. Quite frankly, Lorne, the caliber of coaching in this state. You know, the ability to coach these guys up and get the best out of them. But right now, we feel really good about this list. But we say it all the time, changes will be coming. That is not an if. That is just a question of when changes will be coming.
Absolutely. Got a lot of seniors on this list right now. We do have some juniors, of course, Bryce Underwood leading the way, and a sophomore in CJ Sadler. So this is an award that doesn't just go to a senior. This is something we spread out throughout. We want to find the best skilled football player in the state, no matter who that is.
Well, and that's exactly it. And you know what? What you did last year doesn't have a great bearing. I mean, we were talking before we started taping. Hey, we had a guy that won back in 2021. So you would think, oh my goodness, it's a given that he's going to win in 2022. Doesn't work out that way. You can have a fantastic season, even as a returning champion, so to speak, and still find yourself being supplanted. We have a process. We talk about the process all year. You will see the process in action where we all sit around and we weigh our criteria and have a discussion amongst ourselves. But right now, to start off this season, we feel really good about this top 10 to get the ball rolling.
Absolutely. Let me fire one last question at you. What do you feel is the most important thing people should know about this competition and how we weed out who stays in the competition, who might find themselves on the outside looking in despite their status as a high-level recruit?
You know, one of the things that we always talk about, and Lorne alluded to it, is you have a part in this. You really do. And I think that's what sets this award apart. You have a voice, and if your guy is the online winner, you automatically get yourself into the Final Four and give yourself some bonus points. So having those bonus points when you're talking about a competition, Lorne, that is so darn competitive, I think that's a huge factor here. And one, you're going to hear us say it early, you're going to hear us say it often, but be a part of this. Mount up. It doesn't matter where you are. Get out there and vote for your guy, and you can give him a little bump in this competition.
Absolutely. Voting will begin next week at statechampsnetwork.com. HougieHowies.com, and we're going to start breaking down guys week by week and telling you how they have performed in their previous weekend's games and how we, see they're going to do look moving forward. So lots of guys may fall in, lots of guys might fall out. Just so you know, the criteria for who we decide is Mr. Football.
It is so important, especially when the debates start happening late in the year. If you go all out and just put up silly, sick, mad numbers in the big games, that's huge. Yeah. I mean, and it weighs in people's minds. There's no doubt about it. Now, make no mistake about it. You can have a big week one, and when we're sitting there in November, hey, Lorne, remember that game that this guy did on the big stage in week one? Yeah, that's going to count. But playoff time is very important. Team success, they go hand in hand with that. So that's kind of the 2-for-1 deal and something we're all excited about.
Absolutely. Guys, we invite you to join us week to week on our high school Heisman race here in the state of Michigan. We call it State Champs, Mr. Football, presented by Hungry Howie's. He's Sean, I'm Lorne, and we'll see you next week.